Hello, everyone. It is Scotty T, and it is an absolute honor to have this young lady with me. And I'm not sure, do I just introduce you as Medina?
Yeah, that's
You don't
more than
want the
enough.
whole Medina, you don't want all that. You just want Medina.
Well,
Yeah,
I
I could do
found
it. I
that
could do Medina Wilson Anton. Is that that
that
I'm
is my name. Yeah, but what I found is whenever people try to do that, they swap the last names or they like throw. I've been called a lot of different things
well,
over the years.
listen, we
So on
can.
stage,
I'll
I
cut
just go
all
as
that
my
out.
first
I'm
name.
an idiot. You're going to figure it out. Medina Wilson Anton, it is a pleasure to meet you.
The pleasure is all mine.
It's
Thanks for inviting me.
we've been going since
This is awesome.
February. I sent you a message in February. It's 8 months later, and here you are.
It's been a
God
whirlwind.
bless. God bless. I prayed before we started this thing. I prayed to God that this would work out. I did. I prayed only not for me, but for you.
Well, he answered your prayers, and
Yeah,
here we
yeah.
are. So
Well,
this is
yeah,
gonna
here
be
you
fun.
are. Now let's start. You live or you're in Delaware.
Yes. Yeah.
Born and raised in Delaware?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yep. Newark, Delaware.
I have some friends that are some constituents of yours that
They
live in
live in
Delaware.
Newark? Okay.
I mean, I don't know. They live in Delaware. Missy Hall and Jeremy
Oh
Hall. You know
yeah.
them? Yeah. Okay.
Yeah,
Welcome
yeah.
to the show.
Yeah. I'm in the Delaware State House, so I represent like my hometown area,
Okay.
but I hear from people all over the state that have issues, like especially
Okay.
people that like, come to a comedy show and they're like, oh, there's a pothole on such and such road. I'm not going to turn you away if you're not in my district,
Well,
but
and I did
technically
a
I
terrible
represent like just my
introduction. We should
hometown
tell
area.
people we should go back. You're not only a comedian, but you're a politician.
Yes. Yeah.
You're the first Muslim state representative in Delaware.
Correct. Yeah.
You beat a guy or a woman that was the incumbent of 22 years.
Yes. Yeah. In
My
2020.
God.
Yeah.
They either really wanted change or you're really good, one or the other.
Maybe a little bit of both. I don't know.
Yeah, I
It
think.
was a
What was, hey,
three-way race.
I saw what was your campaign slogan? And you really, it was great. We
Let's
make
make a
change
difference
together or
together.
something.
Yeah.
Yeah. You're making change. I know you are.
Yeah. Doing my best. Yeah.
Okay. Let's go to, I think you started doing comedy about 3 years ago.
Yes.
Was there a catalyst? Was there something that said, Medina, let's do comedy?
Well, I grew up loving comedy, and my uncle, my dad's older brother, is a stand-up comedian, and so I grew up knowing that comedy could be a career because of my
Could
uncle
you
Rocky
mention his
Wilson.
name? Would you mind mentioning his
Rocky
name?
Wilson.
Rocky Wilson. Okay.
Yes, yeah. And so I grew up looking up to my uncle, watching, Saturday Night Live and different comedians and like wanting to be a comedian. And it wasn't until after I was elected and I was doing speeches and I realized that my favorite part of every speech that I would do was the jokes that I was
When you would,
slipping
yeah.
in. And so in 2022-ish was when I was like, all right,
Let's
let's
do
give
this.
it a try. Let's see what
Okay.
happens. Like maybe I'm not funny and, I'll know I tried it and, you know, then I can move on with my life kind of thing. And I got the bug. I went to an open mic, 30 minutes up the road from where I live, and now I'm there all the time. And I love it so much. So yeah,
You are really funny.
with it.
You are
Thank you.
really funny.
Thanks.
You
Thank you.
recently were on Kill Tony.
Yes.
And
Yeah.
was that like a bucket list item? Is that something you always wanted to do 3 years ago when you
Um,
started doing comedy? Or
I wasn't aware of it when I first started,
yeah,
but once I
I
was
didn't know
aware of
about it. I
it,
started right.
yeah, then I was like, I gotta get on there.
Okay, right. Okay.
Um, yeah. So,
Tell everybody about the whole process. Was it in Texas?
yes,
Okay.
yeah. So they do travel to different locations, and
Yeah.
like they were in the area. They were in New York last year.
I had two different
Um,
people that been on the show on here.
that okay in Madison Square Garden, that
Yeah,
show or
Madison Square
like
Garden, and the other one was down in Austin.
okay,
And that's where
yeah.
you were in
So the
Austin, right?
Yeah, so like when they were up here last year, I thought about going and
Right.
like waiting, but it was, I mean, that was tons of people that were waiting there that time. Decided against it. Then I went down to Austin in December of last year
Okay.
and stood around with a bunch of people. And it was like, it's holidays time, everybody's
Right.
off work and traveling and
Right.
vacationing and
Right.
stuff. So
Right.
it was a lot of people, didn't get picked. But then 2 weeks ago, almost 3 weeks ago now, I had a show in Houston. So I was like, all right, let's make this trip work where I'm here on a Monday night so I can try to get on the show again. And I took
Understood.
the Greyhound bus from Fort Worth, where I was staying, to Austin, which was like a 4 or 5 hour long
Yeah.
adventure.
Right.
And got there, hung out with a friend of mine who moved out that way, and then went to Shakespeare's, which is where all the comics have to sign up. And like, you give your information and then you wait around for a while. And
Bucket list.
I
Bucket list.
figure, you're not going to get picked, but the
Yeah.
more times you try it, the more likely you are to get picked eventually. So I just was kind of there, like leaning in the back of the room, like, all right, couple hours, this will be over, and then I'll do it again, and I'll do it again, and eventually it'll work out. And they cut the sound to what they were playing in the room, and somebody came on the mic and was like, Medina, you're on Kill Tony. And I was like, what? And ran to the front of the room, kind of was like flustered. Um,
You were
I had
great. Not
written
to
a
interrupt,
minute
but you were
out,
great.
but
You were great.
thank you.
You were
Thanks.
a real pro.
Well, just glad I didn't bomb, honestly. And
I watched not only your performance, but everything they said to you afterward. Everything.
oh, the interview?
Yeah.
Yeah. The interview was also pretty like nerve-wracking because with the minute that you have, you're doing prepared comedy, you
Yeah.
hope that it lands the way that, you want
Yeah.
it to, but then it's like you're just taking oncoming and you don't know who the judges
Yeah.
are going to be either. So a lot of heavy hitters were on the panel that night and they had a lot of like good questions, crazy questions. It
Yeah.
was a lot.
Well,
But it was a lot of
I
fun.
hope that people go and look at it because you handled yourself like a true pro.
Wow, thank you. Thanks. I appreciate that.
Do you have comedians that inspired you when you were younger and beyond your uncle and other comedians that
Yeah.
hey,
Yeah, actually, I was just recently thinking about that, and one of the first comedians that I have a memory of enjoying is Carol Burnett, because as
yeah,
a kid we had TV Land, and it would kind of like cycle through different shows where it was like at one point the Flip Wilson show was on every
Flip
day, like
Wilson,
half the day, which was
Geraldine,
also a lot of fun. Geraldine,
Geraldine just something.
yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
yeah,
Yeah, so like I enjoyed the old school sketch shows,
right.
and I really liked Carol Burnett's ability to play different characters. And I did improv a little bit when I was in high school and like wanted to join SNL and stuff, and like kind of stopped with that. And then 3 years ago started stand up again. But I would like to get more into character work,
Okay,
and I really admire the work that Carol Burnett has done. So she's like probably the first comedian outside of my uncle that I remember
okay.
being inspired by.
What about comedians today? Are there comedians today that trip your trigger that you like?
Yeah, I would say my favorite today is probably Bill Burr.
Okay, okay,
Yeah.
okay. You produce shows with my buddy Belinda Clear, who we're going to get to Belinda at the end. But I was wondering, do you enjoy producing the shows as much as performing? Are there
No,
times where you just produce a show?
close.
No, no, because believe it or not, and I won't name her name, but she produces shows and she enjoys producing and would prefer not to perform.
No, no, that's not me at all. I like there are fun parts about producing, right? Like I like being able to give opportunities to comics that I enjoy.
Right,
Like
right, right, right.
so like every once in a while I'll be at an open mic and there'll be a newcomer and you can tell that they're new and they're nervous and they crush. And I'm like, who is this person? And like I'm always like that person at the mic who like finds them after and I'm like, what's your name? How long you been doing comedy? Like, are you local? What are you doing Saturday? Like,
You
because
interrogate them.
yeah, because I feel like it's when you're new, it's important to have
Yeah,
someone else kind of just give you that nudge, like you're doing good, like keep up with it. And I can remember people who did that for me, so it's important for me to like pass it on and like pay it forward
right.
in that way. But that's when it's fun to be someone that's able to produce shows because I can be like, I have an opportunity for you. Like you maybe won't be able to like perform at a big club in the next couple months, but I can get you a 10-minute spot where you could try doing a longer set in a different room and a different crowd and sometimes I'll see comedians that have a style that's not working in that space, but I know like, oh, there's an audience that will like that and I want them to be able to like experience that. But it's so much work and like marketing and flyers and I would much rather just not have to
Well,
do.
if you don't mind, go
Um,
back just 1 second. You said
yeah,
a mouthful there about they do great material, but it doesn't work in that room.
yeah.
Wow, that's really astute of you. That's amazing. And it just ties into what I wrote down at the end, and I'll get to it. On Kill Tony, you said that you recently had a birthday, which I believe was in September.
Yes.
Happy belated birthday.
Thank you.
And you also said you're getting a divorce.
Yes.
I'm sorry. If they didn't tell
Yeah.
you, I'm an idiot, by the way.
Yeah, you did. Yeah. You did say
Yeah.
that.
If you didn't figure it out already. But
I
but
didn't, so I
but
guess
you're
there's two of
very
us here to edit out.
profound in that interview because I watched the whole thing that since you got the divorce, things have started happening good.
Yeah. Yeah. And like my ex-husband, soon to be ex-husband is like great guy. So like it's not like I'm like saying like, oh,
Right. No,
but
no, I
like
get it.
it's really difficult to come to a decision, right? And so like all the pain and suffering that went into coming to that decision, and then it's like, oh, the world is ending, right? And then all of a sudden it's not, and like the world is opening up, and all these doors are opening up. And I'm a religious person. I know you say you don't do politics and religion. I do
I'm
both.
teasing you.
Um,
Say anything you want to say,
I
darling.
do both, right? And so like the way I saw it was it's confirmation, it's a sign, right? Like you have this really difficult decision and then amazing blessings start falling in front
Yeah.
of you. And so I said it kind of like because it was just in the front of my mind. I've been trying not to talk about it on stage because I haven't really worked out a lot of good material on it yet.
Yeah.
So I don't really feel like it's ready for stage, but it was just like there and I kind of blurted it out. I blurted it out like backstage to the producer and the people that were helping me like get ready to go on stage because I just felt like everything's happening all at once, right? Like
Yeah.
I had my birthday and like leading up to it, I was like, this is gonna be the worst birthday ever. And my friends are like, what do you want to do for your birthday? And I'm like, cry. And they're like, no, we're not crying on your birthday. And I'm like, so like it was just a really surreal experience, right?
Yeah.
To feel like you're just putting in the time, kind of like checking a box, and then for it to be like, no, you're here and you're go on stage, make them laugh, you know,
Yeah.
get out there, kid. And it's like, what? Right now? Me? For real? Like,
Yeah.
so yeah, I kind of blurted that out. And then it left some space for an interesting couple of questions on the interview, but it also put some of my like loved ones in a weird spot where they're like, can't wait to watch your interview and like
Yeah. No,
perform on the show. And
I
then they're texting me
understand.
and they're like, oh my God, are you okay? I didn't know. Like, what happened? And I'm like, I guess I shouldn't have told you guys through a, nationally
Warn
broadcast
them ahead
YouTube.
of time. Now we're getting to the meat now. We're getting to the meat. I'm a Philadelphia Eagles fan,
Yes. Go Birds.
and you wore a T-shirt two
What?
2 weeks ago. You wore a T-shirt.
The Eagle shirt? Oh, yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
Okay, okay.
yeah,
All right, all
yeah.
right. I'm
Are
like,
you
what are we
picking
talking
up what I'm putting down? Come on, sister,
I'm
stay
like
with
the
me.
Red Hot Chili Pepper shirt. I
No,
mean, I
I
know it's
saw that. I know the red hot.
colors, but like they
Give it
don't
away. Give it away.
overlap.
Give it away now. I got it. I worked in the music business. We'll talk about your karaoke and 80s music. I know that you love
Oh my God.
80s
You've
music.
done
I
your
know that.
research.
Well, let's get back to the Eagles.
I'm a
Let's get
big
back to the
Beatles
Eagles
fan.
for shit's sake. I'm sorry, I
The
swore.
Eagles. The Eagles. All right, yeah.
Yeah,
So what
yeah.
about the Eagles?
Well, you wore the shirt and tell them what the idea was.
Oh yeah. So so this is let's see, let me look right in the camera. So this is my theory, right? So I
You
was
wore
watching
the
the
shirt.
Eagles.
Set it up. You wore the shirt.
I wore the shirt,
The Eagles
wore
were
the Eagles
4
shirt.
0. Go ahead. Tell them.
You're really playing this up. All right, the Eagles are
Well,
4 and
sure I
0.
am. I'm an
I
Eagles
hadn't
fan.
watched them yet, okay, because I am a middle class American. I don't have enough money to pay for every subscription service to watch every game. So I finally got to watch them. I went to a local comedy spot and watched them there, and they lost, which made me think maybe they lost because I watched. Like, should I stop watching? Because they were doing well when I wasn't watching.
Yeah, we were
But
4
then
and
I thought
0.
about it some more. They were 4-0. Then I thought about it some more, and I'm like, actually, maybe this is how it's supposed to be.
Right.
Like maybe the Eagles are supposed to lose for the world to go back to how it used to be, you know? Like that wasn't a popular take among Eagles fans. I still want the Eagles to do well,
Uh-huh.
but
Uh-huh.
I feel like if God told us like you can either win another Super Bowl or go back to like 20 years ago how it was in America and you could
Win
like work
another
one
Super
job
Bowl.
and
Win
you
another
know,
Super Bowl. No, I'm kidding. I'm
I
kidding.
don't know. I picked democracy and
I
like
no, I'm kidding. I'm
affordable
kidding. I agree
housing.
with you. But now
But
we've lost the second game.
yeah, and I didn't watch it.
I was
So
that's what I'm
not
after.
my fault. Not my fault this time.
And you know we play the Vikings on Sunday. What's going on with the shirt now?
I don't know. Maybe I can just watch and see what happens. And,
I'm teasing
I
you.
don't know, put it in ChatGPT, figure out what the what's the math here.
I'm just playing with you. I told you I want to have fun.
Hey, I'm having a
Favorite-
good time. This is
Good.
this is
Favorite
chilling. We're
show.
hanging out.
3 years you've been doing it. Favorite show you've done and least favorite show.
Ooh. There's a long list of least favorite shows.
Oh,
I
so
think,
many. Oh, so many.
yeah. I think my
I'm
least favorite
no, do
experience, I'll
favorite. Do
say.
favorite show.
Favorite.
Do
Okay.
favorite. Was it Kill Tony? I mean, do your favorite show.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, that would be your
For
favorite
now.
show. Right.
Yeah.
Okay, least
Yeah.
favorite.
Least favorite, I would say, was last year when I ran the light.
Okay.
And so I was going over time and I realized like as I was going to start another bit, so I was like, oh, let me do this next bit. And they started to play the music, which was the sound of crickets chirping. And I was like, oh, actually, let me get out of here. And like for the like next 3 days, I just was like, why am I doing comedy? I can't believe I've been booked. I can't believe anyone's ever paid money to see me like make them laugh. Like I got really in my head about it.
Yeah.
Um, and I was talking to a friend of mine and I was like, I ran the light. I can't show my face in this town again. Like this is so embarrassing. And she was like, no, it happens to all of us. It happens to all of us. And I told her where I was and she was like, girl, there's a clock on the wall there.
Oh my God. I'm looking at
And
the
I was
clock
like,
right now.
I know. Are you on my side or not? Like,
You,
I know
I'm
there's a
I'm
clock.
on your side. You got caught up. You got caught up in the moment. You were having too much fun.
Yeah. Yeah.
I got
Yeah.
you.
So I was worried I would do that in Austin at Kill Tony. So that was like the first accomplishment for me that night was not running the light. And the second accomplishment, which was possibly the biggest accomplishment, I think of the night was when he threw me a joke book. I caught it.
Yeah, yeah.
Because I was
No,
worried.
well,
I've seen people drop it and I didn't want to
n-
drop the
no, and
book.
my buddy Corey Albert was the first to get picked in Madison
Oh,
Square Garden.
oh, nice.
Yeah, so I mean, I get it, and he got the book, and
He didn't drop it, did he?
no, no, he didn't drop it.
Good. You don't want to be dropping stuff like Aguilar.
Kind of like the Eagles, and you and your shirt. Well,
Yeah.
we got to take one time here, and I want you to hear this because it's important. I want to thank Belinda Clear for setting this up. Again, it took 8 months to get you here, and I'm so thankful that you are here, but I want to make sure I read it right because I have the utmost respect for Belinda Clear,
Hmm.
and she is an absolutely, and you had Gwyn, the Gwyn Factory has been on this show 3 times.
Yes.
I love Gwyn.
Oh, wow.
And Belinda wrote to me when I told her we were going to do an interview a couple weeks ago, and you had weeping toe or cinnamon bun poisoning or something happened. I don't know what happened.
You're just gonna beat this dead horse till it is bludgeoned to smithereens, aren't you, Scott? It's been 8 months. It's been 8 months. Okay. Yeah.
Do you want me to
Yeah.
give you the compliment? Belinda
Yeah.
Clear, No. Well, no. Now there's two separate incidents. It's been 8 months to get you on, and then we were scheduled a week or two ago, and you had cinnamon bun poisoning. Your brother
Yeah, I had a family
coat
emergency.
froze in my car.
Yeah,
Something happened.
yeah, Scott, yeah.
Tripped in a ditch out
We
the
were
7-Eleven, had
scheduled to talk
weeping
the day.
toe. You don't
We
know
were
what
scheduled
happened.
to talk
Something.
the day that we decided to get divorced, Scott.
Stop
And I
it.
wasn't
Stop
exactly
it.
in a
Stop it.
fun
Stop it.
mood,
I'm just playing.
Scott.
I'm just playing now. Linda Clear said to me, I've been doing comedy since 1986. And I respect people that, admire the craft and you know, everything that comes with it and being a comic. And I believe that she's going to be a big star in 10 years or less.
Belinda said that about me?
Yes.
Oh, I thought we were talking
Yes.
about Belinda being amazing. Yeah, oh, that's
No.
what's
I'll read it again so you got it.
that's
Linda
really
said
kind.
to me, I've been doing comedy since 1986. I respect anyone that creates, that respects the craft, and that comes into being a comic. And she's going to be a superstar in the next 10 years or less. About you, and I believe it because you do respect the craft and how it is.
Yeah, I'm a nerd in that way. I love it.
I am too.
And
I am too.
and Belinda's amazing. I mean, I mentioned earlier people mentoring me. Belinda is one of those people, right? Where I was on a show, one of the first shows that I got booked on and got paid to do with Belinda, and I was so nervous. I had my like notes with me,
Right.
and she was really kind and everything, but then after I performed, she was like,
Yeah.
let's talk, and like she pointed out some of the jokes that I did that she liked. And then I was on a show with her a few months later, and she was like, "You don't need your notes." And I didn't know her really at all, and I was like thinking, "You don't know me. You don't know what I need. I do need my notes." And she was like, "Don't bring them out with you. Just do what you like. You know your material. Just do your thing." So the first time that I performed without my notes was because of Belinda, and it totally changed like my the confidence that I had on stage, how I thought of myself as a performer, and it was because of her and her encouragement. So I want to try to pay that forward in the little
You're
bit,
you are
that I can
magnificent.
for other
You're
comedians.
magnificent. I think you're fantastic.
Thank
I
you.
mean that.
Thanks.
And hopefully you'll come and see me again. It won't take 8 months to get you to come back. I had a wonderful time. I mean that from the bottom of my heart.
This is fun. Thanks for the invite.
We have only a few minutes left, but we have to do one more thing. You know what it is, right?
Hmm? Yeah.
Medina, your comedy minute. Go ahead, my friend.
My name is Medina. I identify as biracial because my dad is black and my mom is African American. You got to get your wins where you can take them. I identify as mixed, is what I'm saying. I'm mixed in this day and age. And I am a state representative. I'm a politician. So I do politics and I do comedy, and people are always like, why do you do two different things? They're so different. And I'm like, yeah, they're not really that different, right? Like a lot of clowns in both professions, a lot of white guys with bad opinions who should have gone to therapy, instead. Um, a lot of that. And so as a young Black Muslim woman in politics, there's a lot that's just not for me. Like the other day they had us do sexual harassment training. I didn't need that. That wasn't for me. That wasn't for me. I could teach that. I could teach that class, Scott. Yeah. They wheeled a TV in,
So could I.
closed the doors, and made us watch videos on how to not do sexual harassment at work. And so between me and the TV is just a sea of white-haired white guys making sounds like, huh, can't do that. It's like, can I get out of here? Trying to go to an open mic. So that's my experience as a politician. I have vitiligo for folks that might not know what it's called, Michael Jackson disease, right? My body gentrifying itself. If you're familiar, that's like when white people move into the neighborhood and suddenly you don't recognize it anymore. That's my body. Yeah. So I sing a lot of Michael Jackson when I get ready in the morning. But one of the fun things about having vitiligo is people often come up to me and try to give me medical advice. Which you could be, a very negative person and be like, I don't like this. Or you could be a positive person and look at the way I look at it, which is I get to find out just how unhinged the person that I'm talking to is, right? Like, do they believe in modern medicine or are they like convinced that the way to solve every medical problem is by fixing your gut? It's all about the gut. Yeah. I've been calling them the gut people. It's like this new type of person that no matter what your ailment is, they're always like, well, have you tried kombucha? Have you tried, really got to get your microflora correct, I'm like, no, I haven't tried kombucha. My mom is kind of into this like holistic medicine now, and
Right.
I have moderate to severe plaque psoriasis. So she was like, Medina, you should try an elimination diet, which is where you eliminate everything from your life that causes you joy, and then you still have moderate to severe plaque psoriasis. Um, that's a lot of fun. So, yeah, I have a lot of autoimmune conditions, which is basically your immune system's fighting itself, right? Instead of bad
Right.
guys. You might have a friend like this that's like angry at someone but slaps himself, right? And you're like, dude, what are you? Focus, that's my immune system. Yeah. And I've like I like having vitiligo honestly as a comedian because I have something to talk about, right? And like when people are talking about their favorite Muslim female comedian who wears hijab, you need something to differentiate us. So I think it's a blessing. Yeah.
I couldn't agree more.
Yeah. So that's a bit of me,
Oh,
and
you,
it's a
I
lot of
love
fun.
you. I love you. I think you're fantastic. I have psoriasis and I also have a goiter.
Wait, you have psoriasis?
Psoriasis, no, my buddy suffers it really bad. And
Yeah.
stress really has a lot to do
Oh
with it.
yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah,
And it's one of those like it's self-perpetuating in a way because
right.
the more psoriasis you get, the more stressed you are about
Yeah,
it.
yeah.
And then it just kind of, people are like, you got to relax. I went to the dermatologist, true story, went to the dermatologist about my psoriasis and my vitiligo. And she was like, stress, you gotta really, take it easy, relax. And she's typing on the computer and so what do you do for work?
I'm a politician and a stand-up comedian.
Yeah.
I can't remember if I took my anxiety medicine this morning, and now I'm worried about it.
Right.
Hey,